Hello BG, I'm Leo Goldman, and this is your Friday Falcons Sports Report. I'm in a place right now where the Falcons didn't find themselves a lot in 2017, the end zone. But Datron Guyton and Scotty Miller have a plan to change all that. I sat down with them recently to talk about Falcon football and their expectations for 2018. You guys obviously play the game in two different styles. Datron, you stand at 6'5", Scotty, a little bit of an undersized wide receiver at 5'10". How do you think this plays into your guys' ability to kind of play off each other?
I think we both play fast with speed, which helps us beat matchups on our side of the field.
Hurricane Katrina a few years later in 2005 had a huge impact on you, obviously playing for the Saints and, moving to Lulling in Louisiana. Talk about how important that first game back at the Superdome was for you and kind of where that ranks amongst your football memories.
The reopening of the Dome back in 2006, we opened with the Atlanta Falcons.
Over the weekend, the Falcons welcomed the Eastern Michigan Eagles to Stellar Field. Before the game on Friday, head coach Danny Schmitz was honored with a jersey commemorating his 700th win. The Falcons would look to find a series win in their Easter basket, and reporter Max Marco has more. The Falcons are back in action on the road this weekend in Oxford versus the Miami Redhawks. Friday's game starts at 5 p.m., Saturday starts at 4, and the conclusion of the series is Sunday at 1. Starters for the Falcons will be Zach Carey on Friday, David Stopp on Saturday, and Tyler Anderson on Sunday. The Falcons will look to pass over the three teams tied with them in fourth place. See, it's not just Easter puns. Talked about it earlier, you're the leading rusher in the Green Bay Packers' 99-year history. What does that mean to you? I mean, this team has been around since the dawn of time, and they've had some great running backs in their history, but you are still the all-time leading rusher. Where does that rank for you as far as football accomplishments?
Football accomplishment is right, and it's in my top 5.
Last question for you, JB. You've often said that it is important for athletes and for people in your position to use their platform to speak up on issues. You often talked about the domestic violence issue in the NFL. How important truly is it for people in your position, athletes and coaches, to use the platform that they've been given to talk about social issues?
Social issues are a reality of the day.
You set a lot of records in your time here at BG. We won't mention all of them because we'd be here for a long time, but just a couple to mention. You set the school record for points as a freshman, and you started all but one game in your time here at BG. What do those records mean to you looking back?
Looking back, I was surrounded with great teammates. And
yesterday, I spoke with Coach Danny Schmitz at the Perry Fieldhouse in this week's edition of Mound Visits with Danny Schmitz. I'm joined by head coach Danny Schmitz for the second installment of Mound Visits with Danny Schmitz. We are unfortunately not on the mound today as practice has been moved inside because of rain. Coach, today is opening day, and I assume one of your favorite days of the year. Should they make it a national holiday?
Well, if it was up to me, they would. There's no doubt about that.
So last weekend, took 2 out of 3 from the Ohio Bobcats, the defending MAC champions for baseball. What impressed you the most about your team during that weekend series?
Well, I'll tell you what, I thought we played very sound fundamentally.
Carey, Stopp, and Anderson again this weekend. Do you think that if things stay the way they are, you'll be going with that rotation for weekends throughout the rest of the year?
Well, Leo, we're just going to play them one game at a time. I know that's an old cliche, but...
Last question for you, Coach. This weekend you face Eastern Michigan, and I know you got a lot of ties. That's your alma mater, and your son coaches there. Does that kind of give you a little bit of extra motivation to win this series?
Well, it's always a tough foe. They've been kind of hard on us here the past couple of years.
Now, I know you're not a big touchy-feely, emotional guy, but I read those numbers off, and 21 wins away from 700 wins. I mean, those numbers got to do something for you.
Well, I guess what hits me is just we've had a lot of great players.
Dylan Steindl was just your average college student here at Bowling Green State University. He was going to class, he was doing his homework, but then things got a little fishy, a little stay fishy. He decided to start his own clothing brand right out of this garage here on Crim Street, and then things really took off. For BG24, I'm Leo Goldman.